Aprilia just put both of its riders at the very top of the MotoGP Championship, and the man in charge of them has already told you how it ends. Massimo Rivola runs the happiest garage in the paddock right now, first and second in the standings. A home 1-2 at Mugello, beating Ducati at the track Ducati treats as its own backyard. Bezzecchi and Martin hugging on the slow-down lap. And then Rivola opened his mouth and said the quiet part out loud. He looked at his two happy riders and admitted one of them is about to stop being happy. Not maybe, sooner or later. So what does the boss see that the celebration photos are hiding? And why would he say it while both of them are still smiling? Here is why one sentence from a team boss matters more than it sounds. A principal's entire job is to stand in front of a microphone and insist everything is under control, that both riders are equal, that the garage is calm. Rivola skipped all of it. And he skipped it in the exact season Aprilia cannot afford a crack, because the reigning champion, Marc Marquez, lost a chunk of this season to a crash and double surgery that cost him 2 rounds, and that is a big part of why 2 Aprilias are sitting first and second. The door to a first Premier title is open for the first time in the brand's history, and the only thing standing between Aprilia and that title is the 2 riders chasing it. Start with what the standings actually say, because they say something most fans skipped past. Bezzecchi leads by 17 points after Mugello. Martin is right behind him. The next rider, the best Ducati, is 39 points back and already out of the picture. This is not a 3-way fight. It is a 2-way fight, and both bikes are the same colour, built in the same factory, run out of the same garage. The 2026 title has quietly become a private Aprilia matter, and nobody outside that garage can reach them. But same colour does not mean same rider, and this is where the calm starts to look thin. Bezzecchi is the championship leader who has never been in a Premier Class title fight in his life. Martin is a former world champion who has already won one and already lost one, and he won his from a satellite garage, taking the factory bikes down on customer machinery. Same equipment, opposite nerves, because equal machinery is the deal holding this whole thing together. Same bike, same parts, same updates, no number 1 painted on either side of the box. As long as the bikes stay equal, neither man has a reason to feel robbed. And as long as nobody feels robbed, nobody has had to lose anything yet. That is the part Rivola could not leave alone. I think that we have now 2 happy riders, he said. And then, in the same breath, he kept going. Sooner or later, one of the 2 won't be happy, but we'll try to manage. Listen to that again. Not, we will manage. We will try. A team boss does not hedge a word like that by accident. He is telling you the plan is not a plan, it is a hope. And he already knows the hope has an expiry date. And here is the part the 1-2 photographs leave out completely. One of those 2 happy riders has already signed his exit. Martin is on his way to Yamaha for 2027, in everything but the official announcement, and Aprilia has already lined up Pecco Bagnaia to take his seat next to Bezzecchi. So the equal equipment that keeps the peace is now being handed to a rider who owes the brand nothing past November. Built to let him take points off the championship leader, Aprilia is actually keeping. Rivola on losing him? I'm not sad at all. We'll enjoy Jorge as much as we can this year. Enjoy him, while he does precisely that. So what is the mechanism that stops this from detonating? Ask Rivola and you get one line. The simple rule is that they must respect each other. That is it. That is the entire structure holding an in-house title fight together. No number 1 rider, no team orders, no clause that decides who yields when they arrive side by side into turn 1 for the title. Just a hope that 2 grown men chasing the biggest prize of their careers will be polite about it. And if that sounds hypothetical, it is not. It already happened once this year. Go back to Le Mans, where Martin spent the closing laps hunting Bezzecchi down, and then drove straight past him, teammate on teammate, no hesitation. What makes it land harder is what Rivola admitted afterward. His real fear in that moment was not Martin attacking. It was that his own championship leader, Bezzecchi, would try to fight back too hard and throw the whole thing away. Bezzecchi was smart enough to back off that day because Martin was simply quicker. But Rivola is now betting on smart enough, every race, for an entire season. That is the plan. Hope they stay reasonable. Now do the math nobody in that garage wants to say out loud. Every podium Martin takes from Bezzecchi is a Bezzecchi result that never happens. They are not racing the field. The field is 39 points back. They are racing each other. And the only person who profits from two teammates trading points is the man climbing back off the injury list, because Marc Marquez does not need to beat both Aprilias. He just needs them to keep beating each other. We have seen this exact movie before, and it was also inside one manufacturer, Yamaha, 2015. Rossi and Lorenzo, same bike, same garage, one title between them. It poisoned that side of the box for years, with Rossi openly accusing rival Marc Marquez of throwing the title to his teammate. Aprilia is walking into the same fire now, except with one problem Yamaha never had to manage. Yamaha's two riders both intended to stay. Aprilia's do not. One of them is already a Yamaha rider in spirit, fighting for an Aprilia title he will never defend in red. So strip away the celebration and look at what Aprilia actually built. This was never two riders chasing a title for Aprilia. It is two riders chasing it from Aprilia, and the brand is the only thing in that garage guaranteed to lose something, no matter who wins. The question Rivola really answered at Mugello was never whether his riders will clash. It was what happens to the one who loses. And he told you the answer. One of them will not be happy. The only thing he could not tell you is which one. Which is why this is bigger than one good news week. Aprilia got exactly what it spent a decade chasing. Two title-capable riders, first and second, beating Ducati. And that is the trap. They got the fight with no referee, no number one, and a one-sentence rule in the only season the door is open, with the leverage held by a man already leaving for Yamaha. We'll try to manage is not a strategy. It is a boss admitting in advance that he does not control his own championship. Whoever loses this, Bezzecchi or Martin, the relationship loses with him. And if they trade points all summer while Marquez claws back, the first team to truly beat Ducati could hand the title straight back. The dream season and the civil war are the same season. Rivola already knows it. That is why he said it out loud. Rivola asked himself which of his two happy riders stops being happy first. The sharper question might be whether Aprilia survives finding out. So who cracks first, Bezzecchi or Martin? Let us know in the comments below, and once you do that, make sure to click on the video appearing on your screen right now.